Hello, everyone. Today's chess puzzle. Okay, let's set the board. White's position. Pawn on g5, bishop on e4, pawn on f4, pawn on b3, pawn on e3, pawn on a2.
Then knight on c2, queen on g2, pawn on h2.
Right, and the rooks on b1 and g1, king tucked away on h1.
Okay. And black side, rook on c8, another rook on f8, king on g8.
Pawn on a7, bishop on b7, pawns on f7 and g7, pawn on b6.
And the knight on e6, pawn on h6, and the queen way out on a5.
Got it. Let's get this going. It's black to move.
Right, black to move. And, looking at it, that rook on c8, it feels a little stuck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's not really doing much there. The c file looks kind of important, though.
Definitely. So maybe activating that rook. What if black plays rook c8 to c2?
Or c8 to c2. Okay, that immediately hits the white knight on c2.
Exactly. White pretty much has to respond to that. What's the obvious move for white?
Well, the queen's right there on g2. Queen takes the rook on c2, right? Qg2 takes c2.
Yeah, seems like the only logical recapture, really. Gotta take the rook.
Okay, so queen takes rook. Material's even for a second. But what's black's follow-up? Because giving up the rook must be part of a bigger plan.
It is. This is where black's idea comes in. After queen takes c2, black plays. Queen a5 moves to f5.
Queen to f5. Okay. Let me see. From a5 to f5. What does that do? It's like it lines up. Oh, it hits the bishop on e4.
Exactly. Direct threat to the bishop. Now, white has to deal with that. What are white's options?
Well, the bishop's attacked. White could move it.
Oh.
Or maybe capture something. What about bishop takes bishop on b7? b4 takes b7.
That's certainly a possibility, trading the bishops off the board. So b4 takes b7.
A bishop exchange. Okay, seems reasonable enough. What happens after that?
Well, after white takes the bishop on b7, think about where the black queen is.
On f5. It can now take the white queen on c2.
Bingo. Queen f5 captures the queen on c2. qf5 takes c2.
Wow. Okay, let's recap that. Rook sacks itself, queen takes, black queen moves, bishop trade, and then black queen takes white queen.
That's the sequence. Black gives up the rook initially, forces a bishop trade, but ultimately captures white's queen.
So black is up a queen for a rook and a bishop in the end. That's a massive material advantage.
A decisive advantage, most likely. It's not checkmate right away, but being up the queen like that,
Yeah.
yeah, that usually decides the game. A very nice tactical sequence from black.
Yeah, really clever way to exploit the position. The answer is RC8 to ASHI2, QG2, QD2, QC2, K5, QF5, B4, BB7, QF5, QC2. There you go. The black rook moves from C8 to C2. White queen captures on C2. Then the black queen swings over from A5 to F5.
Right, forcing the bishop trade. B4 captures B7.
And finally, the black queen captures the white queen on C2. Black has gained a significant material advantage by capturing the white queen.
A really nice puzzle demonstrating how sacrificing material can lead to a greater gain.
Thank you for listening.